Hi everyone. Today is Thursday, October 25, and the title of this video I think is going to be called Nepotism is a Bitch. After attending just a session to see how people are able to get an opportunity related to development of their personal interests and their skills and stuff that actually nurtures their career development stuff. I was really interested and I guess fascinated in a kind of distorted way at the level of nepotism and I don't even know what the word is. If it's arrogance or if it's prejudice. I was actually informed that there was going to be, just a session for, the public to know about, how to get involved in opportunities related to a level of governance. And, basically they had like a setup of like all the different departments or selected departments, I should say. And, people go and they find out, information and, people even submit resumes and there's nothing wrong with that. And, I was just at this place and I thought to myself, people are really fucking ignorant. Very, very ignorant. And one of the things I noticed, actually, I noticed that a lot of the people that were employed certainly was not proportional. The people that were employed definitely was not a ratio that was representative of the people that were actually looking for employment. And I noticed a lot of people of color and, persons who had like, English not as their first language as their mode of communication. I was just sort of listening to how, some of these employees were actually responding to them. And, I thought about it and I said to myself, I said, you know what, that's pretty fucking wrong. Because, you know what, when people are interested in an opportunity, you welcome them. You make sure that there's something available for them to take care of their families, to contribute to their career development. And one of the problems that, we're sort of seeing is that they have a lot of these strategic practices where they sort of channel certain populations into, and I won't even, give out free advertising, but they channel certain populations into these what they're called job ghettos. So I didn't really understand this thing called job ghetto and this kind of stuff, but I do understand something called opportunity, where you can actually make a living based on your career interests. So, I just wanted to say to this nepotism crowd out there, when you support shit like that, just remember that, the way you acknowledge people is the way you're going to be acknowledged. And, one day you're gonna want to collect your pension, and you know what? The pension ain't gonna be there. I was, listening to how some people were talking. They're very, very suspicious, and I was like, you know what? That's great because that shows the level of exploitation of the use of public funds. And sorry, people, that's not how public infrastructure works. I even heard like certain questioning. I was listening to responses, and people were asking questions, and then the responses were directed not as to what the question was asking. Very, very sophisticated and very tailored. So you know what? To that crowd, nepotism is a fucking bitch. Let me tell you. And you know what? You guys are so fucking wrong. It's not even funny. To sit there, like I remember there was this one being, and, they went to explain, sort of the opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And I was listening to how they were, talking to people and, to, use certain identifier let's say, phrases that clearly demonstrates that, you know what, there's a lot of problems with respect to hiring processes, evaluating qualifications, because you see the same people who are actually in employment positions that are clearly not qualified to be employed in those types of positions. So, for example, a position where fitness is required, the person who's talking about the opportunity is clearly not like physically fit. Other opportunities where people like, well, they welcome people, but they're only gonna, deal with certain kinds. And then to even hear some of the commentary around the frequency of hiring, very, very slanted, very jaded, not very transparent. All these indicators are problematic. So I just wanted to say to the good folk out there, you know what, just keep your heads up and stuff, and, you know, work on what you want to do. And you know what, don't let these people push you into fucking bullshit stuff. You know what, just say no. And, just know that people are working in different aspects to try and reform this nepotism system, just to eliminate it completely, because you know what, it doesn't work, and what it does, it actually produces a lot of costs that are not necessary. So thanks for watching, and I'd like to hear your ideas or your thoughts about nepotism. Why exactly is there something called nepotism in the global economic north? Thanks.